Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany Janae, and I'm back with another video. And this video, like I told y'all in my last video, I am going to be trying to post a new video every day. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about, please come back to the channel, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. And today's video is going to be all about the art of self-compassion. So I think oftentimes, especially as women, we can be so hard on ourselves. Nobody can be as hard on us as we are on ourselves. And what I mean by that is that we make the smallest mistakes, we beat ourselves down about it, and it's like we don't give ourselves room to grow and to make those mistakes, because mistakes are supposed to be learning lessons. And so when you make mistakes, you're supposed to learn from those mistakes, but you don't have to beat yourself down about it. So I just want to get into it, talk about self-compassion, because I see so many women being hard on themselves. And I just want y'all to know that you are enough, you are loved, and you're cared about. I know you are. So, for starters, it's important to understand the difference between having self-compassion versus self-criticism. So, self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness and understanding, much like how you would treat a close friend. If you had a close friend that came to you and told you they had made a mistake, 9 times out of 10, you would be there to comfort your friend, to be their shoulder to cry on. You would be the one telling them it's okay, we all make mistakes. So why can't you do that with yourself? You are important. And it's important that you treat yourself as though you are something worthy of being treated with respect, treated with kindness. So, self-criticism versus accountability. Self-compassion does not mean that you ignore personal growth. So we all, no matter what age you are, we're growing as individuals. We'll never stop learning. Our entire lives, we grow. Every day is a journey. Every day is a new day to learn something new, a new day to grow in one area of life or another. And you can hold yourself accountable for your actions, because you can't be responsible for nobody else's actions but your own. Now, if you have kids, yes, their actions reflect on you as well. If you have minor children, but even that goes so deep. That only goes so deep. But you can and should hold yourself accountable, but you don't have to tear yourself down. There's a difference. When someone, let's say a husband, when you and your husband have a disagreement, he's going to tell you that you're wrong. if that's what he truly feels, that you're wrong in the situation. He may tell you that, but does he have to be nasty about it? No. He can tell you in a kind, loving, respectful way, I don't agree with you. I feel like it's this way or another way. So just like how he will be gentle with you and still steer you in the right direction, that's just like a parent with a child. That child is going to make mistakes. All kids do. But when they make those mistakes as parents, you have to be ready to guide them with a gentle yet firm hand. If you deal with them in an angry way and, you know, just jump all over them, that could leave a damaged relationship between you and your child. That can leave hurt feelings. So, the same way with yourself, when you deal with yourself in a way that you are showing that you have compassion for you, in a way that you're being gentle and kind with yourself. But still hold yourself accountable. Just don't tear yourself down. And self-compassion really is essential for growth. One of the things that you have to do is avoid harsh self-criticism because it can be limiting. So, self-compassion can create a growth-focused mindset. So that goes back to not only how you treat yourself, but how you talk to yourself. And I'm not talking about talking to yourself in a crazy way, how people are like, oh, you shouldn't talk to yourself. No, we all talk to ourselves at some point or another. We coach ourselves, we pep talk ourselves, and we even get on to ourselves when we mess up. But how you do it is what matters. Do not beat yourself up, tear yourself down. Don't do that. Because you are so much better than that. And I'm sorry if you come from a background that didn't teach you how to have self-compassion, that didn't teach you how to have self-love or to care for yourself in the right way. But as an adult, it's time to heal those old wounds. It's time to push forward and move past all that hurt and leave it behind. Whatever you went through, let that be the end of it. Break the chains, break the cycle. Because if you have children, you don't want to pass that same kind of trauma on to them. And it just goes back to yourself. When you're dealing with you, you need to have the utmost respect and love for yourself. Self-compassion strengthens your resilience. When you have self-compassion, when you're compassionate with yourself, you can get through just about anything. Because it helps you grow as a person. Having that tender affection for yourself is not wrong. It's not selfish to love yourself. It's not selfish to be kind to yourself. Regardless of what anybody else may say or think, it's not wrong. You shouldn't think more of yourself than is necessary, but you also shouldn't think so low of yourself that you allow yourself to be treated any kind of way by anybody, or that you treat yourself any kind of way and don't set boundaries. You allow all sorts of things things to go on because you feel like you deserve it. You feel like you don't deserve good things to happen in your life. And that's not true. That couldn't be further from the truth. If you are out here striving to be a good person, a good mom, a good wife, whatever, even if you have none of that, even if you're not a wife, even if you're not a mom, you still have yourself. And so it's very important that you be kind to yourself, be gentle with you. Because you teach others how to love you. You teach others how to treat you. If you don't have respect for yourself, if you don't have compassion for yourself, how can you expect anybody else to have compassion for you? So, by having that self-compassion, it makes it easier to overcome setbacks and build confidence. Because now you are more confident in yourself because of how you treat you. Like, you may initially feel like, oh, it don't really matter, it's not a big deal, but it is. How you treat you is a big deal. And I may not know you personally, but I'm speaking to women that can relate to what I'm talking about here and now. You know who you are. You know if you're hard on yourself. I always say, can't nobody be harder on me than I am on myself. Sometimes we are our own biggest enemies. But to be hard on yourself and to be your own enemy is two completely different things. Understand that. That's two completely different ball games, okay? One is basketball, one is soccer. All right? So, practicing self-kindness is important. One of the ways you can practice self-kindness is by using positive affirmations. You can encourage yourself by using uplifting, supportive affirmations, especially during challenging moments. I am enough. I am strong. I am brave. I can overcome anything. I'm a great mom. I'm a wonderful wife. I'm a amazing friend. I'm a kind person. I'm a wonderful sister. Whatever you need to say to make yourself feel good, to show yourself some compassion, some kindness, do it. Don't be ashamed. Stand in the mirror if you got to. Look at yourself. Like, what do you see when you look at yourself? Do you see somebody strong? Do you see somebody that's been through a lot and overcame a lot? Somebody that went through all kind of stuff and they never broke? They might have been, but they never broke. If that's you, then you deserve all the compassion in the world that you can give to yourself. You should not be sitting back waiting on somebody else to show you compassion and kindness if you can't show it to yourself. So, another step would be to reframe. I don't know if I did the frame right, but you get the point. Reframe them negative thoughts that are in your head. Because 9 times out of 10, you think about yourself in a negative way. You may feel worthless. You may feel helpless. You may feel like you're no good. You've made so many mistakes and you may feel like a horrible person, but you're not. You are not a horrible person. We all make mistakes. And we all are deserving of second chances and compassion. All of us normal people. Now I'm not talking about people that just do horrific things to other people I'm not even speaking on that. I'm talking to you. You are deserving of so much more than you've been giving yourself. You really are. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. So, one technique that I like to share with people is that the stop method. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, either you yell stop or you say stop in your head. And then you replace that thought, that negative thought, with a positive thought. That technique worked for me. I am one person that, like I said, is hard on myself. When I say I'm hard on me, I'm hard on me. And I've learned self-compassion. I'm not 100% there, but I know enough to know what it takes to get there. I've been in therapy for years, working on me, because I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit that I've been through things that no person should have to go through, that no child should have to go through. I'm not ashamed to admit that I suffer from mental disorders that affect my life and affect how I look at me, and maybe even affect how others view me when they know. I'm not ashamed, and neither should you be. It's time that we start to normalize getting help when we need it. We all went through things of just a few years ago, and we're still trying to come back from that, even that. So, again, when you have negative thoughts about yourself, reframe those thoughts and make them more supportive and encouraging. If you have a thought about starting a new business, you might tell yourself at first, you can't afford to start a new business. You wouldn't even know what to do to start a business. Reframe that thought and say, I can start a business. This is my game plan. I'm going to save money every pay period from my work check. I'm going to put it in an account, and then I'm going to go get my LLC with the state. Create a game plan. Because when you plan for things, they might not always go as planned. Things never go as planned, if you ask me. But by you being more positive about starting a business, or being more positive about what you have going on, you're more likely to get things done, and, like I said, feel positive about it. So, this next one is something, like I said, I'm still working on myself. You have to forgive yourself for past mistakes. I've said this throughout the entire video. You are going to make mistakes. That's normal. You're going to make mistakes in every area of your life. That's okay. But don't tear yourself down about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Embrace your imperfections. We're all imperfect. It's not a perfect human on this earth. The last perfect human that was on this earth was Jesus. And as I check, Jesus ain't on earth no more. So, can't nobody judge you for being imperfect, because they're imperfect too. And you should laugh at anybody that think they can talk about you or make you feel bad about who you are when they not walking straight themselves. They not on the straight and narrow themselves. So just forgive yourself for past mistakes. Let it go as best as you can and keep it moving. Don't ever stop. Keep going, keep moving, and everything's going to be okay. So, learn from your mistakes, but don't dwell on them. Past mistakes are learning experiences, and you are able to move forward with your life without shame. Don't hold your head down because you made a mistake when you was 19. Don't hold your head down because you made a mistake as a mom. Don't hold your head down because you made a mistake as a sister, a friend, a cousin, whatever. Like, you have to come to grips with whatever it is that's making you feel bad about yourself, and you have to work that out within yourself. That's the only way. Can't nobody tell you how to feel. Can't nobody tell you how to deal with it. Can't nobody tell you how soon you should be over it. Because that's something that you're having to deal with within yourself. And only you can change it. So, the next thing is to prioritize self-care without guilt. There's power in rest and recovery. Self care is a necessity, not a luxury. It's essential for showing up fully in other areas of life. If you do not take care of yourself the way that you should, you're not going to feel like doing anything. You're not going to have the strength or the willpower to do all those things that you need to do, that the things that you need to get done, to check things off your list. You are not going to be able to do that if you don't care for yourself first. If you don't relax at times and get the proper rest. And I'm one to talk because I'm constantly going. Constantly going. I work a 9 to 5. I get off there, well, a 7:30 to 4. I get off at 4. I get on my business computer, and for the rest of the night, I'm working on business stuff. For the rest of the night, I'm not really relaxing or resting, and that's on me. That's on me. That's something I have to change. Can't nobody change it for me. Yes, they can encourage you to take a break, relax, chill out, but it has to come from you. It has to come from you. It can't come from nobody else. So just learn to take a load off. You do not want to burn out, because when you burn out, and many of you've already burnt out before, and it was hard coming back from that. It was so hard to come back from that. And I know you don't want to go there again. So take it easy. Relax. I know it's hard when you got so much to do, so much that you want to get done, when you have goals and aspirations in life. I know it can be difficult to slow down, but slow down and be present with your feelings. Slow down and enjoy taking a look at creation. The birds, the moon, the stars, the flowers, trees. Enjoy the fresh air from fall, the fresh fall air. Whatever it takes to make you feel whole and complete, rested and recovered, do that. Do that. I promise you it's okay. And also, you need to set boundaries. I'm not saying stop helping those people that you help. I'm not saying cut people off. I'm not saying none of that. What I am saying is that you have to set boundaries for yourself. You have to set boundaries for everybody that deals with you and that you deal with. They need to know that on Sunday I reset. I clean my house, I cook dinner, and I don't want to be bothered after that. It's okay if you don't always want to be in the presence of someone. It's okay if you need some me time, some alone time, some time to think, some time to just sit with your feelings, to feel emotions. If you're feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, emotional, it's okay to step away. It's okay to not be okay. And I'm gonna always say that because we hold ourselves to a high bar, and at the first sign of trouble, we beating ourselves up, we tearing ourselves down, and it's not necessary. So we want to celebrate those small wins and personal progress. When you see yourself overcome something that was so hard for you to overcome, congratulate yourself, celebrate it, go out to eat with your family, and it's okay to celebrate the small wins. Everything doesn't have to be a huge accomplishment. Just know that the small wins are just as important as the big wins. It takes small wins to reach the big wins, because you're not just going to go from 0 to 100 like that. It's those small baby steps that leads up to bigger and greater accomplishments. Remember that everybody got to start from somewhere. You start from the bottom and you work yourself up. You work yourself up. Celebrate those small wins. Any progress that you make is you're a better person for it, because you overcame that one small thing has made you a better person. Remember that. So it's important to create a self-compassion routine. You've probably never heard of that. I hadn't either at first. But first of all, you want to do daily check-ins. Set aside some time each day to check in with yourself. Reflect on your feelings and offer self-kindness. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? How has my day been going? I feel like I didn't do so well at work today, but I'll do better tomorrow. And I feel like I didn't do so good on dinner. I burnt the chicken. I'm gonna go get another chicken, and it's gonna be okay. We gonna make it right. This time we gonna throw it in the air fryer and it's gonna cook better. The first time I tried to fry it and it burnt. So like, it's even the small things. It's even the small things. It's the small things that add up. The small things are what turn into big things. And you should also allow room for flexibility and self growth. So, create a self compassion routine. Like, you could write a weekly letter to yourself, or just practice positive affirmations. I like the idea of writing a letter to yourself, to your future self, or whatever. And like I said, you can do this on a weekly basis, and just pour out your heart in that letter. Don't even pay attention to the fact that it's to you in a way that it holds you up or makes you hold back. Don't hold nothing back. Every week when you sit down and write that letter, tell you exactly what you want you to know. Future you. Because future you is still in the future. It ain't happened yet. But you can pour out your heart to yourself. You can write Anything in that letter that you want to write, anything that you need to get off your chest, that you need to talk about, that you don't want to talk about with nobody else, you may feel like nobody else will understand, do it. Write it down in a journal and let it go. Just like you need to let go of unrealistic standards. Embrace your unique journey. It's important that you focus on personal growth rather than external expectations or comparisons. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Nobody else is you. There's only one you. And that's all you should be focused on when it comes to building yourself up, when it comes to growing as a person, as an individual. I'm never going to tell you to stop caring about your family and friends and just stop caring about everybody. I would never say that. I'm saying as you're working on you, work on you only. You can't change nobody else because people still gonna live their lives the way they want to. They gonna do things and say the things that they want to say and do, and we have no control over that. But we do have control over us, what I say, what I do, how I live my life. That's on me. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. So just give yourself room to grow and to become a better person, to become a better woman. You're going to feel so much more fulfilled in life if you just be kind to yourself, if you be patient with you, if just have self-compassion for yourself. So that's it for this video. I really hope y'all took to heart what I just said. The things that I just said, I really hope you took it to heart. I really hope that it helped somebody feel better about themselves. I really hope it helped you if you're dealing with not showing yourself enough self-compassion or kindness or being too hard on yourself. I really hope this helped you. And if it did, let me know down in the comments what was your favorite point that I brought out. And I will see y'all in my next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all soon.